Well, welcome back, everyone. We are currently in Alpine, Wyoming. We're going to start the trip out here. You've seen me ride along Palisades Lake a bunch of times, so figured I'd start the video out here in Alpine. Just pulling out of the gas station, filled up for our next leg here. And where we're heading today is Pinedale, Wyoming. And as you can see from the little snippet at the beginning of the video, I think we got some cool places to go see today. So this trip isn't too far from home. We're only going to go about 200 or so miles. And we're going to spend 2 nights in the same campground and just kind of check out the area of Pinedale. Never really spent much time down there. Drove through there a couple times, but that's about all we've done. So what we're doing right now is we're following the Snake River up the canyon here outside of Alpine towards Jackson. And I've showed this canyon here before on some earlier videos. I think it was the Jackson Loop ride, I believe. If you guys want to go check out this whole area. But I'm sure you can see that there's a lot of smoke in the air. It's weekend after Labor Day, so we were doing pretty good on fires up until about 3 weeks ago. The temperatures really went up and they stayed up. It's been running in the high 90s for almost 3 weeks now. This morning though, when I left the house at 10 o'clock or so, what is it, 11, almost noon now, about 10 o'clock or so I left this morning, and the temperature was in the low 50s. Yesterday it was in the probably 75 by that time, maybe even a little warmer. So it's today's considerably cooler. We're not supposed to have any rain or any kind of weather like that. It's just a lot of colder temperatures, which will help the fires. It'll make it a little easier on the firefighters. So that's a good thing. I had originally planned this trip, which will probably be my last moto camping trip of the year. I originally planned it to go up into Montana, go up into an area where I went when I did the tour of Idaho a couple of years ago. And spend a day up there and then another day over in Ennis, Montana. Really cool little town. I do have another video back on the computer that I haven't produced yet that actually has Ennis on it. And just gosh, it's been busy this year. Just crazy busy. We've done some huge rides. You know, went to Durango, Colorado for the Durango Rendezvous. Went to did the Northwest tour, which went around Idaho. Spent 3 days on that, 4 days, I can't remember, and almost a week down in Durango. So done a lot of moto camping, you know, this year. Just they've all been fairly big rides. No real short rides this year with some moto camping. I think this is probably going to be the only one this year. So I try to do a couple, but gosh, it's just been so busy. It's crazy, which is good. We put in a lot of riding this year. I'm not really sure how many miles I put in this year. I would think probably somewhere 6,000 or 7,000 this summer, just as a guess. But it's been a fun one. With it being the weekend after Memorial Day, or Labor Day I should say, it's not quite as busy as it has been. Got some guys on rafts down there. I'm not sure if you can see them down there, but it's not near as busy as it has been earlier in the year. And this year's was actually down, I believe, anyway. So I heard that lot of the national parks around here, as you know, or maybe you don't know. I'm 70 miles from Yellowstone and 70 miles from Grand Teton. So, you know, when it's busy there, it's busy around our place too. So, but I heard that the tourism numbers were down almost 30% this year. I'm sure the high fuel prices had something to do with that. You know, it's been really high these last couple of years, so. But this year, with the fuel hovering around $5 a gallon, I think it put a damper on a lot of people's vacation plans this year, which is too bad. That's pretty sad. People really need to get out and enjoy this kind of stuff. Just kind of lucky, you know, I live close to some cool places, and the motorcycle, I think, is probably one of the best ways to travel. I mean, the old Springfield here, I average about 48 miles a gallon in this thing. If I do run the freeway, it does get a little bit worse, but for the most part, 48 miles a gallon. So, you know, I can go some big distance for not a lot of money. So that's kind of cool. But we'll see what next year brings us. You know, this tourist season's pretty much coming to an end. I suspect we will have snow here on the higher elevations within the next month. And the leaves will really start changing, and, you know, winter season will be here. So, the old Springfield here in another month or so will be put away till next spring, which is sad, but it's a good break too. So the place I'm going to be staying at down near Pinedale is Fremont Lake, and it's about, I think it's only about 6 or 8 miles out of town, not very far. Up in the mountains, we're going to the Wind River Range, which is a wilderness area. So hoping to really get to kind of explore that place a little bit and see what it has to offer. Like I said, I've never really been there. I know it's really pretty popular. You know, a lot of the hikers and mountain climber guys and stuff really like that area. So I think it'll be neat to see. Show some of the pictures I've seen. They show some real craggy peaks and high mountain lakes and stuff like that, and I'm hoping to get up to explore a little bit of those. Have to hike into that kind of stuff up in the wilderness, but gotta go hopefully do a little hike, check that stuff out, and I think it'll be really neat. You know, we'll see if it compares to the Sawtooth Range over there in Stanley. I've had a couple videos where we went over to Redfish Lake and stuff and kind of checked that out. From the pictures, it looks pretty spectacular, so I'm thinking it ought to be really neat. So we'll be able to check that out together and see it for the first time. So anyway, I will probably just kind of cruise on up the road. If I see anything cool, I'll just pop it in the video here and share it with you guys. If not, I'll be talking to you in just a little while. So we'll see you in just a little bit. Well, welcome back everyone. After a stop at the local supermarket here to get some hot chocolate, because I'm thinking that it might be a little cold in the morning and I might want something warm to drink. So I'm not even sure it's 70 degrees right now. So I figured I better stop in at the market because I didn't bring any of that stuff with me. So, and you know, just conveniently, the turn off to the lake and the campground are right there by the market. So we got about 15 minutes, I think it is, to get up here to the lake. So my GoPro didn't want to cooperate and film when we came into town, so I'll get you some views of what Pinedale looks like, you know, in the downtown area anyway, when I come back down tomorrow. It's I think the sign said it has 2,000 people. I know it was a town that, you know, kind of out here in the middle of nowhere, Wyoming, but I know there's a lot of oil and gas workers that lived here in town. They had a lot of oil and gas drilling, I think, was the main thing. I'm not sure how much oil they had, but they did have a lot of gas drilling in this town. So I think a lot of the people that live here were probably in that industry back in the day. See some kids riding their bicycles, got a little wave out of them. That's kind of cool. You know, future motorcycle guys. So that's pretty neat. Anyway, we'll kind of sign off here now that we've made our turn, and I'll come back in once we get up to the campground. So we'll talk to you here in just a few minutes. Well, as you noticed from the previous clip, I kind of missed my turn, had to turn around and come back. I wasn't sure what I was doing, so I wasn't going to talk. Anyway, so I believe I am on the right road. And the lake is just over this little hill to the left. Gosh, I wish the smoke is not as bad as it was when I left town this morning, but it's still pretty smoky. I'm sure this place would be pretty spectacular. Looks like we might get a view here in just a second, but yeah, I think this would be a really pretty valley, especially in the spring. I bet the hills are all green. Man, I bet you it's really nice. There we go. There's a little view of the lake. Pretty cool. Looks like we have some clouds building. We could possibly get a thunderstorm this afternoon. It's not calling for anything, but with clouds that look like that, we could definitely get something. So we'll just keep running on up the road and see what we can see. What is in that tree over here? There's a couple of bald eagles over there. Not sure if you can see them. I'll try zooming in on them. Wow. We'll see how good my zoom works on my program. That's always cool to see. A couple of bald eagles. Well, looks like we make it to the campground. Let's go see if we can find us a spot. I was looking on Google Earth when I was trying to pick this place out, and they had a whole bunch of heavy equipment in here, so, and this has all been repaved, so I'm thinking that's what it was all about. Oh, a little busier than I thought it would be today. It's probably a good thing I kind of came up early. Hopefully I can find a spot. looking around here, you don't see a lot of tent-friendly spots, it doesn't look like. Hopefully, since these are all pull-throughs, they expect people to have RVs. Maybe, I know there's some back-end ones farther up the road here that might be a little more tent-friendly. It looks like they paved a lot of those pull-through spots to make it better for the travel trailer guys. So hopefully, we get up into this section, it'll be a little more tent-friendly stuff. Better hope we can find a spot, I guess. It's pretty full. I saw one empty spot back there is all I saw. It definitely didn't look too inviting, actually. Wow, I didn't expect this place to be near this busy. We got some more up the road farther. Let's see what we got up this way. The old helmet's fogging up a little. See what this one looks like. Looks like it's open. I guess I'll set my tent up right out here in the parking area if I need to. So I think I better grab what I can get while I can get it. So we're in the Wind River Range. I think I might have said that on the video earlier when I was on my way up here, but holy moly. I hope you can see this, because this is just unreal. You know, you go into the Sawtooths and those places and you don't really get up high and where you're able to look down in canyons. So let's look at some of this stuff here. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 peaks out there that are over 12,000 feet. And there are 1, 2, 9 or 10 that are over 13,000 feet. So these are definitely some big mountains. You can see a lake down there. I hope you can. Oh my gosh, I wish you guys were here, because this is awesome. I hope we can come back. Well, I'm coming back tomorrow and probably Sunday too, because I want to try to catch a look at this when there's no smoke, because it'd be crazy. Oh my gosh. It's pretty neat to be up here with no one else around too. I don't have to feel self-conscious about talking to you guys. Well, I'm gonna mosey on up the road to that parking area. It's not too far up the road from here, and I think that Sacred Overlook is in that direction there, and it goes right up. You hike right up to the edge of the canyon, and it's just a vertical cliff, it looks like, looking down on a couple of lakes. I hope the weather cooperates tomorrow and I can get over there and look at it. Anyway, we'll mosey on up the road. Well, folks, gonna close out another day here. Yeah, it's a fun ride today. It was a lot of fun. Get to see a new area. Saw some really cool mountains, really neat canyons. This is a beautiful lake. Man, this is cool. I can't believe I've never been here before. This is something. Definitely gonna have to make another trip back here. Well, I think we'll close the video out here. And tomorrow, got some other stuff planned. Like I said, we might try to hit that hike that I was going to do today. And if that doesn't happen, well, we got some other stuff that we can go do. So come on back next time, and we'll see what we can find. So you guys take care, ride safe, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye.